I will need to go at 9 though, I'm afraid, because
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's start off with sitting. Up tall. Head, crown of the head lifting up towards the sky, ceiling, whatever you've got up there. And lengthening through the body. So really getting that space in the ribs, in the midriff. And thinking about engaging those muscles, but in a really soft way. So consciously lengthening and straightening and lifting your torso and pulling your belly gently in towards your spine, but also hugging your ribs in. So take a nice deep breath in and out. And in and lifting as you breathe in and out, closing your eyes. Breathing in and out and keeping that height and length, but as you breathe out, allowing everything to soften and relax and feeling that your ribs are moving down and softening. And as you breathe out, really stretching everything to the limit and lifting a little taller. So we don't slouch exactly as we breathe out, but we just ease off and relax a little to try and empty out the breath. So empty the breath completely as you breathe out. And inhale fully as you breathe in. And sometimes it can help to visualize that breath going in through your nostrils, into your nasal passages, and then down into your lungs, right down to your diaphragm, out into the sides of your body, and as you breathe out, the opposite. And breathe out through your mouth, through pursed lips, so you're almost blowing, as if you're blowing out a candle really slowly. Noticing your body start to settle, bringing your attention within, leaving everything outside. Taking the opportunity to bring yourself, mind, body, and spirit into the same place, the same space, the same time, being at one with yourself. One more deep, slow breath. Now we'll start slowly. We're going to come into Paschimottanasana. Take your feet out in front of you. So this practice is going to be two things that seem quite different. One will be strengthening and one will be calming. So this is a really good calming exercise, plus it also helps set us up for our practice. Slide your hands down your legs. Trying to keep your back relatively straight. So not curling and curving. And the other thing that helps us do that is if we keep our chin lifted and send your chin towards your feet. So your face is facing forward and your neck is long. So keep that length in the spine, and we're just sending the hands forward, sending the body forward, and thinking about starting that movement in the hips and in the belly, moving your belly towards your thighs. So lots of shallow in and out breath, letting your breath do what it needs while we focus on what's happening with the body for now, and then we'll add in with the breath. So we might not have much range here at the moment, just moving forward. And then drawing away, slide your hands back, up tall Dandasana. So we're in staff pose now. Think about straightening your back. So it might be that you're sending your sternum forward. Take the small of your back behind you. So draw your belly button in and take some of the curves out of your spine. Crown of the head still lifting. And then on and out breath. So breathe in first. Out breath, fold forward. Again, sliding your hands further down your legs, and maybe you can go a little further this time, who knows. Notice how far you get to this time. And again, while we're in the bend, the forward bend in Paschimottanasana, breathe easily, don't hold your breath in the bend. Think about taking your belly to your thighs. And use your legs, use the strength in your legs. Use your hips, use your torso to keep folding forward. And then allow yourself to come back up again. So one more, we'll come up to sitting again, take the curves out of your spine a little. So sending that mid back backwards, up tall. Take a few deep breaths. And then are you ready? Let's fold forward again. So sliding your hands forward, breathing out. And then while we're in the fold, breathing easily in and out, thinking about taking your chest to your knees, still keeping your chin lifted. So neck is long, got that lovely space in your throat and neck. And how do you feel? Do you feel like you're folding a little further? Where are you feeling the restrictions? And now here we are, we're in the full fold. Relax your legs, relax your toes, relax your feet. Any tension there in the soles of your feet? Let go. See if you can relax your ankles, your calves, your knees, and your thighs. You might feel a conscious sense of being able to let go and release any tension in those muscles. And the same with your neck and face and jaw, letting go of any tension. And now with your shoulders and your arms, releasing and letting go. And now if you want to finish, allow your head to drop. Bring your face down towards your thighs, towards your knees. Lengthen through the back of your neck and keep rounding very gently, taking your chin towards your chest. There's a lot of stretch going on in our posterior chain, all the way from our toes, the soles of the feet, the backs of the legs, all the way along your back. So don't worry too much. We don't have too much range of movement here. And if you can't get your chin to your chest, you're just stretching out in the back of the neck and the top of your back as well. And then slowly uncurling to come up. Very deep stretch. So we're going to come up to standing and we're going to do a nice little counter stretch. So come up to standing by coming into a squat first. Take yourself up to squat. And let's just hang here for a moment. Get used to that squat position. Adjust your feet if you need to, taking them a little further apart. Just resting your arms or bring them wherever is comfortable for you. Sometimes having them outstretched gives you a little bit of counterbalance. So we're going to come from here into standing, and then we're going to do 10 squats together before we move on into our counter pose. So do what you need to do with your arms if you need some help. Otherwise, let them just power you up to standing. Taking a nice deep breath in as you stand, and then we're going to breathe out. Come back down into that lovely deep squat. Think about taking your bum as close to the floor as you possibly can, and then lift with your hands. Inhale. This time, take your arms wide, and as you come down, exhale. Inhale and exhale. I think that's 3. Inhale and exhale. Well done. Inhale and exhale. Step your feet a little further away from each other, tiny bit, Inhale and exhale. How many is that? 5. Inhale and exhale. As you inhale, exhale, taking the arms out, take them really wide. Inhale and exhale. Feel that motion into your shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Let's make this the last 2. Inhale and exhale. Hopefully warming up a little. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Well done. Let's rest in downward facing dog. Hands to the mat. Step your feet back. Send your hips up. Stretch your hips out. Sending your sit bones up towards the ceiling. Shoulders wide. Make your shoulders strong and wide. And at the same time, lift your shoulders away from your wrists. So pushing the ground away with your hands and having a lovely long line all the way from your wrists to your hips. Heels pushing down towards the ground. Stretch out your legs. Oh, this might feel amazing. And completely allowing your head and neck to relax. And then let's walk towards our feet. Fold forward and a forward, easy forward bend just for a moment. And uncurled, come up. Then we come into our little bit of a back bend here. Nicely warmed up, I hope. And having worked a little bit around the hips. So we're going to inhale up. Hands together. Now you can take your hands really close to your head here, or your arms rather. And then we're going to look up. Come into this quite strong back bend. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Legs together. Now shallow, constant breaths. No holding the breath. The focus is not the breath here. Focus is thinking about what's going on in your back. Keeping your arms strong. Taking your hands further behind you if you can. Looking up. Keeping that space in your neck and throat. Sending your chest forward. Taking your elbows by your ears or a little bit behind. And come down to prayer position with your hands. Relax your shoulders. That can be quite an intense stretch, that one. Back bends are either something you find very easy or quite hard. I tend to find them quite hard, so I'm starting to sweat a bit here. We're standing up in a nice prayer position. We're going to think about a little bit of balance now and opening up the hips. So let's take the left leg being strong and in position of support, and right leg comes up and we're coming into tree. So you can come into tree, or you can fold your foot and take your knee down. So if you take your knee back, that pressure will keep your foot anchored in there to the top of the thigh. But if you need it, you can just hold on with your left hand. You should be able to hopefully let go. And if that's not for you, then come into your regular tree or a low tree. Think about pulling your belly in towards your spine, lifting your shoulders, opening your chest. And of course, breathing. Keep your gaze low. In and out. Strong in the standing leg. And moving your knee to give your hip a bit of a manipulation there. So taking the knee behind, bringing your hips forward. Well done. Then we're going to grab hold of that leg, grab hold of that foot. So right leg, right hand, holding onto those big toes, a little bit of strength work. So we're strengthening the left standing leg, we're lengthening the right held leg. Well done. And if it's tricky to hold your toes, always hold the outside edge of your foot. And we're going to let go. So strong leg, strengthen, hold, 5, 4, 3, don't let it sink, 2 and 1. Now slowly down. Beautiful, well done. Right, let's come on to the right leg standing, left leg comes up. Do the same on this side that you did on the other side. Again, hips forward, knees back, standing leg, a little bit of a bend in your knee. So don't lock the leg out. And then we're taking the arms either side of the body, palms of the hands facing forward. That helps to open up the shoulders. Keep your shoulder blades nice and relaxed. And gently drawing your belly button in and your pelvic floor up. Keeping your shoulders level if you can. And always breathing, taking that breath right down into your belly. Noticing how the sole of your foot feels on the floor. And where are you feeling the pressure? Can you even it out so that if your weight is all in your toes and in the pads of your feet, you take a little more into your heels. Might give you a little bit of a wobble, that's okay. And pressing down with your toes into the floor as well. And now we're going to do a little bit of strength. So grabbing left hand, left foot, sending it out, making sure that your hips are level. It's quite tempting to really sink down into that right one and lift the left. And we want them level. Well done. Always find the props that you need. And when you're ready, release. Have that leg floating out there. Strong. Straighten that leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly down to the ground. Well done. Brilliant. Take them wide. Let's go wide, wide, wide. And come into that beautiful Prasarita Padottanasana. Really good for the hips. So we're wide, hands on hips. And then let's tilt at the hips, straight back, folding forward. Only halfway. Let's go halfway here. So we're like a kind of odd two-legged table. Send your hips back. A little bit of a bend in your knees again. Let's not lock the legs. Think about stretching out in the backs of your thighs. And then let's fold forward to rest and relax. So bring yourself forward, head down towards your mat. And wrap your arms around each other. And let that weight just gently pull you forward and down. Close your eyes, relax your face, relax your jaw. Again, not locking your knees, keeping a tiny little bend in your legs. And a little bit of a twist coming up here. Take your right hand down to the mat in front of you, so just below your head. And swoop your left arm out to the side, follow it with your gaze, follow your hand with your eyes, And come all the way up. So your left hand is pointing up towards the ceiling. You might want to stretch out a little with that right arm. So you might bring your torso a little further away from the mat. So your arms are straight, your torso is twisted. Think about what's going on with your hips. Is your left hip trying to raise up towards the ceiling? Try and bring your hips back in line. So we have that twist because your shoulders are open out to the side and your hips are level with the ground. And looking up towards your extended left arm. If that's all right for you, if it's sort of a bit uncomfortable in your neck, just look out to the side. Think about how much weight and pressure you're putting into your right hand. Do you want to experiment with lifting away a little and just having a very gentle touch down to the floor? Or are you happier putting all your weight into your right hand? And then let's bring the left hand back down slowly, drawing an arc. Go slowly with this one because your ribs can get a little stuck. So we swap hands. So left hand goes where your right hand was, and right hand gently out and up towards the ceiling. Think about what's going on with your hips here. Are you having a good stretch? Think about that increased blood flow. Think about everything being able to move around. It's a beautiful balance that we need to achieve between stretching and encouraging nutrition and excretion from everywhere in the body, but not stressing out an area that's already dealing with an issue of inflammation usually. And again, stretching, reaching, taking your hands away from each other, and then bringing that right arm, right hand all the way back. And we're back in Prasarita Padottanasana again. So we're going to uncurl, let your hands and your head come up last, bringing yourself up to standing in a wide-legged pose. And roll your shoulders and take them back and down. Lovely. Okay, we're going to come into a little bit of a lunge here. So turn yourself towards the right side. Adjust your feet as you need to. And then we're going to take that left knee down, bend the right. Take your knee all the way down to the ground. And then we can lean forward, opening up a lovely stretch here, lifting your chest away. If your right knee is not comfortable being at this ankle, then just straighten your leg out a little. You can bring yourself back, move your foot forward, and come back down. Equally, if you're not feeling enough of a stretch here, moving your right foot forward will allow you to have a little bit more of a stretch. So this is our first one. Let's relax into this. Take your toes out, soften the foot behind you. And now we're going to push back with the right leg. Send yourself back. And let's come all the way down. Straighten out your right leg, pressing your heel into the ground. Your foot will have to slide towards you, don't worry. Sit yourself back on this foot, left foot, or take your left foot out to the side, either side if it's not comfortable to sit on, and fold forward. So we have a similar sort of stretch going on in Paschimottanasana. It's always interesting when we isolate and do just one side and not the other. Folding forward, we're also getting that nice compression in the groin. We're helping with lymphatic drainage. And then let's come up and back. Again, you might have to adjust the distance. Tuck your toes under, lift that back leg off, and let's come into a nice straight leg lunge now. So long in that back leg. And then come all the way up and we go straight over to the other side. So knee comes down to the mat to start with, toes stay tucked under. We're in our low lunge. Thinking about squaring the shoulders, dropping the hips, relaxing into that stretch as much as possible. And then softening and flattening out the back foot. So right foot, take the top of the foot down towards the mat. What does that change? Does it change anything? And breathing into any areas that are a little tight and knowing when to back off when tight is more than tight, when it's not comfortable. And then let's draw back again. Coming to sit on the right foot now and pressing that left heel into the mat, taking your left knee down towards the mat and folding forward. Holding here, breathing in and out. And then coming back up. This time straightening that back leg and sinking again with a straight leg this time. Coming all the way up, keeping your legs wide. This time sliding the right hand down the right leg, lifting the left arm up towards the ceiling, lengthening in that left hip, taking your arm all the way over. Let's see if we can get a line all the way from the left heel to the left fingertips. And your right hand is either a lovely resting aid on your right leg, or you can bring it just on the inside edge, and that helps you open your shoulders up. Oh, good stretch. Well done. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lifting to come out. And straight over to the other side. Let's go. So taking yourself in as much of a nice long line as possible from right. I'm leaning today. Right foot to right hand. Think about stretching out every little space between each rib. And then lifting to come out, hands on hips, back into Prasarita Padadasana again. So hands on hips, all the way. This time fold all the way till the crown of your head comes down towards the ground. And take your right hand to your right foot, left hand to your left foot. So let's enjoy this inversion, this opening up in the hips, and complete relaxation of the jaw, face, neck. Close your eyes. Can you feel a change in pressure in your face and head? Think about clearing out channels. Think about increasing distribution of all the stuff that your body needs and your brain needs. Think about what you can do in your day here and there, small little things, small little actions to give yourself optimal health. whether it's drinking an extra glass of water, meditating, taking a walk outside for 5 minutes, eating slowly, adding in some more color into your food, natural color, of course. Small things, they all make a difference. They all come from your intention, which is what you need to have in the first place, to want to look after yourself, to give yourself that beautiful love and attention that you deserve. And then with that, let's gently come back to standing. So walking the feet in, bring them all the way in, and then uncurling to come all the way up. Well done. We're going to come into a little bit of a spine work. So we're going to roll down again, hands to the mat, knees to the mat. And let's come into a cat and cow combination. So cat and cow, great stretch, and also get started. You know how to do this. You can carry on at your own pace. Make sure you come as deeply as you can into each variation, or each asana in this variation. And cat and cow, Chakravakasana, it's very good for calming the mind, balancing the hormones, and soothing your nervous system. So send your hips forward, send your hips towards your face as you come into cat. And as you come into cow, lifting your sit bones up towards the ceiling, widening your shoulders. So how many of these shall we do? Shall we do 6? Think about rolling that movement up your spine and then down your spine. Think about coordinating your breath with the movement. Exaggerating your breath. Think about your feet, how they relaxed. Think about your hands pressing into the mat, pushing your shoulders away. Think about your knees, nice and relaxed, supporting you fully. Think about opening up in your throat and neck, communication centers. Think about shining your head down towards the floor and up towards the sky, connecting sky and the ground with that movement. So drawing an arc. And make this your last round. Take your toes together and bring yourself back into Balasana. And send your arms forward. Take your knees apart, bring your torso down between your thighs and relax. Pressing your forehead gently into the mat. Allowing your shoulders to soften, allowing your hips to soften. Keeping your back long. Taking your hips towards your heels. Breathing slowly and evenly in through your nostrils and out through your mouth. Starting to lengthen the breath, especially the out breath. Relaxing your chest down towards the mat. And feeling your belly soften. Allowing all your internal organs to just be at rest and relaxed. Keeping your shoulders wide and releasing any tension from your shoulders. watching the breath, keeping your attention there so it can't wander elsewhere. And gently coming back to sitting, so drawing yourself up all the way, come into sitting, and we're going to take ourselves back and behind and bring feet forward. As I said, we're going to do some work on hips today, so we're carrying on in this area and also into your core. So we lift and we want to have that engagement with the core, want to have that awareness of that core sort of muscle that goes all the way around. Hold your hands around your feet, take your knees to the mat. Lovely. And if you're regularly doing this now, you'll probably find you have more give, more movement, and it also gives you a really good opportunity to check in and see how your left side is differing from your right in your hips. Just to be observant and notice. So the first step is noticing how we feel and noticing when things need little tweaks or a little bit of help and getting that help. So sending your knees out to the sides, lifting the crown of your head. We're going to keep the left leg pulled in and take the right foot out to the side. You can curl your foot open here, or you can have it straight out. Put it where it feels comfortable and where it allows you to have as much of your leg and your calf resting on the floor as possible. So this is a posture which always makes you want to feel like leaning forward. Try and bring yourself upright if you can, and you'll notice that it starts to pinch. You're using your muscles in your thighs a lot here to get yourself into this position. We're going to come into a little bit of a stretch. So again, sliding the hand, right leg, and left arm comes up. Now take it up or take it over, whatever works for you. Try and keep your chest open and facing forward. Notice where you're feeling any restriction. You might be feeling quite restricted on the right side in your chest and your ribs, your waist. You might be feeling a lot of stretch in that left hip. Back off if it's uncomfortable, but come into the stretch as far as you can before you get to very uncomfortable. And then we're going to lift very gently and slowly out of this one. I say out of this one, like we do any of them particularly fast. Okay? Let's swap legs. Well, let's keep our own legs, but let's swap our legs round. So right leg in, make that right leg comfortable, make the right foot comfortable. Find the same posture that you had on the other side. Think about it, think about what you did. And again, up tall if you can, or as tall as you can. And then we go for a slide. So left hand, left leg, get to where it's good for you, and then bring that right arm in for the stretch and lift. And again, stretch and lift, not twist. So your spine is doing a bend that way, but it isn't having a twist. Oh, well, it shouldn't be. We'll save another twist for a little later, in a couple of minutes. So lifting. You might get a lovely stretch in the top of your right glute, in your lower back, in the side there. Probably an area that doesn't get a lot of a stretch. Quite nice to just luxuriate in that stretch. Think about which bits of your body you can relax and let go. Think about deepening and evening out your breath. And always be very wary of holding your breath if you're in any kind of discomfort. Instead, try to breathe slowly and deeply and relax. And lifting up and hello. There we go. Lovely. So really nice stretch right in there, right in those bits that's hard to get to. Like yoga reaches the parts other exercises perhaps do not. So let's come back into Baddha Konasana to finish. And you might find, because we've done those stretches now, you can bring your heels further in towards you and you can take your knees out towards the side a little more. So lift. So this is going to be our last seated asana. We're going to come down into the sequence of asanas lying down. And we're also going to do a slightly extended relaxation today. We have a lot going on in the world, a lot going on in our lives always. And there's never quite enough time for relaxation and calming the mind. We have a calm, strong, stable, balanced, even outlook. We can do anything, we can meet any challenges, we can ride through any situations with a little more grace, a little more ease, a little more comfort for ourselves. So it's worth that time to set up that foundation in your mind, in your body, and in your spirit. And we hold everything in our body. So yoga gives us an opportunity to really open and stretch and move and release any of those held traumas, held memories that are uncomfortable, and get rid of them. So basically what I'm saying is the more yoga you do, the happier you will be. So let's come into lying down. But I did say we were going to do a little bit of core work today. What we have been doing has been core work, although focus has maybe perhaps felt a little bit more like hips and glutes. So let's lean back gently and come into something that really does feel like core, Navasana. So our boat pose. Now I'm holding on at the moment. I want to find my posture first. And then I'm going to challenge, but you come into it however you wish. If you want to go straight in, as you are, go in. So I'm releasing now, trying to keep that same good posture. So straight back. And if you can, straight legs. Otherwise, just lifting your knees and keeping your knees and your ankles in line. So shins parallel with the ground. Shoulders wide. If you are shaking and wobbling here, that's great. You are doing something. If nothing is happening, and this is super easy, straighten your legs, straighten your arms, challenge yourself, bring yourself into your fullest expression of Navasana. And if this is enough, stay here. If this is too much, take your feet down towards the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees in, wrap your arms around, take your head down towards your knees, and give yourself an enormous hug. Deep breaths, big hugs, lots of love. And then from here, we're ready and we come down to lying on our mats. Bring yourself comfortably down. Get whatever you need ready in case you need anything to be warmer or more comfortable. But for now, a little bit more movement. Bring your arms around, squeeze your thighs into your chest as tightly as you can. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Think about giving your internal organs a lovely little massage, a little bit of a squeeze, a little bit of love, and a lot of gratitude. We honestly don't know half of what everything does in terms of how it manages to all work together as a system and individually. Our organs, our different systems, endocrine system, your hormone system, your excretory system. It's entirely miraculous. You are a miracle. So one more lovely twist here, arms out, knees over to the side. Now play here if you want. I don't know if you feel like crossing maybe your left leg over your right to get a little bit more of a stretch, or whether you want to keep your knees together. Just bring yourself into a twist, whichever way you feel like twisting. Try and keep both shoulders on the mat. The other way you can do this is just straightening and extending your legs. Maybe holding on to your toes with your extended right arm. Find yourself in your twist and then find your peace and relaxation in that asana. Let go. And then head back to center, knees back into center. And exactly the same on the other side. So we're going over, I'm over to the left with legs, right with head. Doesn't matter which order you do it in, just make sure you do both sides. Take a deep breath in, give yourself some space in your ribs. And then head drawing back towards the center. Knees back into your chest. Untwist if they're over each other, and give yourself a hug. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, hug your knees in and in even tighter. And release. Come into your Shavasana. Take yourself into your most comfortable Shavasana that you can find. Allow your feet to drop out. Allow your arms to be completely at rest, completely relaxed. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Soften your face. Let all the muscles relax. Take a deep breath in. And feel your belly rise. See if you can expand, lift, stretch, take up as much space as you can in your belly, in your chest, under your arms with that breath. And as you breathe out, letting go physically, letting go emotionally, letting go metaphorically. Breathing in. Everything new, everything possible, everything bright and light and clear, and breathing out, making space, letting go, releasing, relaxing, softening, just being you, perfectly, everything just right, you, breathing in and out at your own pace. If you remember, making the out breath longer than the in breath, Breathing in through your nostrils and out through your mouth. Let's soothe our nervous systems, soothe the vagus nerve, help your digestion, help balance your hormones. So breathing in for 4 or 6, breathing out for 6 or 8, or any counting that works for you, just making that out breath longer. And relax your feet. Relax your ankles. Relax your calves. Relax your shins. Relax your knees and relax your thighs. Relax your hips. Relax all the little muscles, all the big muscles. Relax the whole of your pelvis. Let your pelvis be heavy and soft and completely supported by the earth, by the ground that you are on right now. And relax your belly and relax your spine. Relax your chest. Relax your fingers and your palms. Relax your wrists. Relax your forearms. And relax your elbows. Relax your upper arms and relax your shoulders. Feel that whatever you're carrying on your shoulders, you can let go of, you can release, you can let it just slide away. Relax your throat and relax your neck. Relax your face. Relax your jaw, your mouth, your nose. Relax your cheeks and your ears. Relax your eyes. Feel all the little muscles around your eyes, softening, easing. Relax your forehead. Let any stress or tension, any worries drain away. Relax the whole of your scalp. Feel the whole of the back of your body completely supported. Notice that you are drawing energy in from the ground with each breath that you take in. You're drawing up that energy right from the center of the earth, ancient, powerful, warming and strong energy. And as you breathe out, you're letting go, easing, relaxing, being in a complete state of calm and rest, gathering all of your strength together, becoming your calmest, truest version of yourself. And as you breathe in, drawing in energy from the air and the light and the sun and all the trees and the moon and the stars, everything out there, just sending you love and energy. You draw it in and take it right into your core. And as you breathe out, making more space, letting go, knowing that you are you and you are who you are meant to be. And knowing that there is no other person, no other being on this earth who is like you, who can be you. You are the best you that there is. You are the only you that there is. And everything is up to you to be how you want to be. Bring your mind, body, and soul together. Protect yourself. Care for yourself. Love yourself. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy everything that your body allows you to do to the fullest. Knowing that you're only here once And it's not a rehearsal, but it can be fun, can be lighthearted, can be full of joy. And that you can do it. Because you can be you and nobody else can be you. So you are the best you that there is. So taking a deep breath in, feeling that beautiful sense of warmth and relaxation just flowing through your whole body. And gently bringing yourself over to your right side. And when you're ready, coming up to sitting, keeping your eyes closed, but becoming aware of where you are, imagining the space around you, your space around you. Slowly coming back to yourself. Lifting the crown of your head a little taller, feeling a little more joyful, a little more full of life, a little more rested, a little more calm, and a lot more powerful. Ready to go and tackle your day, your week, whatever life throws at you. You can do it. Bringing your hands to heart center, pressing the right hand into your left, dropping your head. Lengthening to the back of your neck one last time. And on a deep inhalation, opening your eyes. Gazing at the tops of your fingers as you exhale. And on an inhale, bringing your head back up to center. And namaste. I wish you joyful and loving emotions, communication, and thoughts and emotions for today, for all week, and have a lovely, lovely, lovely rest of your day.
Thanks, Kate. Lovely session.
Oh, lovely to have you here, and welcome, Rach.